You,
You,
what we
you.
doing? What we talking about today?
Yo, today we're going to talk about sports, about my Mets, and then we're going to talk about
The Yankees.
and the Mets, and then we're going to talk about Diddy and Durk. Everybody come in and join with us, man. Borough Breads, back with the cups in our hand. We just going to enjoy this, man. White, lead us in, man. Let's do this, bro. Let's go ahead and knock this out, yo. For real. Borough Breads.
What up, people? It's your boy White with Borough Bless, aka I Slap You, aka Say It Again. Y'all mean?
Hey yo, it's your man Maul, your big king from Queens, and we are Borough Breads.
Borough Bless
Back
in the
for another
building. You
one, yo.
figure deal me? Yo, more. Guess what? Real quick, I just when I was watching our intro, I seen a little clip of us interviewing Ralph McDaniels. So Ralph McDaniels interviewed everybody and anybody. He's hip hop.
Right.
So like he interviewed. They got him on the
Fact.
Diddy joint, the TMZ Diddy.
Oh word.
Yeah, they got a clip of him interviewing Diddy.
Oh word. Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
got a new clip coming out on I think Hulu about Chris Brown now.
Oh wow.
And guess the first clip they showed was him interviewing Chris Brown.
Oh wow.
Like shout out to Ralph McDaniels.
Yeah, big
I
shout
know
out
he
to
get paid
Ralph,
for
man.
that because that's
So
his
yeah,
footage.
yeah, that's his footage, totally, yo. That's his
Yo,
footage. And
that's
if he,
crazy, man.
if you don't know, we're gonna make a call. Big shout out to Brian. We're gonna be making a call to Brian. TMZ's floating it around. Make sure your brother.
Oh yeah, two the Diddy one more and
Mhm.
Chris Brown. The Chris Brown one. The first clip they showed was Ralph McDaniels interviewing Chris Brown when he was young.
Wow, wow.
Crazy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. But that's where we come from. Video Music Box. Big shout out to Video Music Box. Big shout out to Ralph. Big shout out to Brian and the whole Video Music Box family.
Go check
Big
out
shout
that
out to
interview with him.
everybody,
It
yo.
was dope too.
Word for real. You gotta check all of that. So first we're gonna first let's start with these sports though, yo. Let's start with that
Shout out to
first.
the Yankees.
Big shout out to big shout out to the Mets for
Come on, man.
almost getting there, but we didn't get there, but we
Almost
there.
say, almost say nothing. We wanted a Subway series, yo. We want you to jump on the trains and go to Queens to the Bronx to Queens, but it didn't happen because the Mets ain't shit. But
My
go ahead.
nephew Hayes hits me up. He goes, y'all had one job. Y'all had one job. I was like, I hung up on his ass, yo. He
Oh
was like,
yeah,
y'all had
yeah.
one
I know y'all was excited
job.
about that, yo.
I was like, whatever, nigga, whatever.
Yo,
So big shout out to
the
Hayes.
game, does it start tonight or when does
They
it
already
start?
y'all already lost last night, one game,
God
yo.
damn it.
At the last, in the ninth inning, Janae just told me it was in the ninth inning, and you guys was winning like 3-1 or 3-2, and somebody came in the ninth inning, last pitch of the night, grand slam, and end up getting a walk off on y'all at the last minute
Great.
on the
That's just
closer, yo.
I just want to
So
say this to the Yankees. I'm still living off that Biggie and Tupac. East Coast over the West Coast. Let's go, man.
oh, you trying to spark something back up. Anyway, the Knicks are going to be pretty good this year too. They picked up Cat. We haven't talked since that.
I don't want to talk about the Knicks because I watched their first game and they
Yeah,
got washed.
say less though. Say less because them niggas is going to be a problem. And I'm not even a Knicks
I
fan.
know.
I'm a
Yeah.
Nets fan, so
We
they're
about to
going to be a
murder
problem.
everybody. We about to
They're
murder
going to be a
everybody.
problem. And what else? Oh, I guess you don't want to talk football.
I mean, we suck, but we about to beat the Steelers because they suck too on Monday night. How about your team? I'm talking about the New York Giants. If y'all don't know,
Yeah, and I'm talking about the Buffalo Bills, as y'all all know. That I saw a
That
lot talk
Buffalo Bill
about.
on your hat, he looks sick, yo.
No, that's okay. He'll be sick all the way to the Super Bowl. Nigga. That's where he gonna be sick too, yo. We just picked up Cooper, so we doing okay. We just picked up
Now he
Amari
look like he
Cooper.
got COVID, yo.
Oh shoot, you stupid. He said, "What, my hat?" He said my
Yeah,
hat looked like it
the
got COVID.
Buffalo, he look like he got
Yo,
COVID.
you stupid. He said my hat looked like it got COVID. Shut up. Anyway,
Mm,
nigga. This is my lucky hat too. So this is gonna be worn all weekend, yo. We've been winning since I've been wearing this hat. But
yeah.
anyway, we picked up Amari Cooper, so that should be straight. And even though what's his name picked up Hopkins, but I don't think he's gonna do too much for KC. He picked up Hopkins. So, but that's about it, man. Like we just I see nothing but Super Bowl. I see nothing
Nah,
but Super Bowl.
nah,
Nothing but. I'm
nah.
already inviting people to the Super. I already got it on my phone. I'm already inviting people. I'm about
Tripping.
to order my stuff,
What's
my
your record?
shirts,
Ain't you
and all
like
that.
y'all not even at 500, right?
I think we 5 and what? We like 5-2.
Nah, I gotta Google that, yo.
Yeah, come on, bro. We like 5-2, homie. Like, come on, man. Don't
Well,
play.
nigga, we 2-5. How about that?
Yeah, y'all reverse, nigga. Y'all like on the other side of the mirror, nigga. Like
Yeah.
y'all reverse.
I know everybody been talking about that Diddy shit more, and we're gonna talk about the little Durk joint too.
Yeah, we are. We are. We're gonna get into that too. But let's start off with Diddy, man. You know, let me start off like this though. Let me start off like this. Because to all my people who already was predicting it and I saw it, to all my conspiracy theorists, I just want to put this out there. I'm an evidence guy. I'm not a conspiracy guy. White is too. You know, we have a lot of good friends and family that loves to come with the see, I'm telling you, oh, we whoop, but they don't understand like and stop me if I'm wrong, White. We've been around these people, been around like their partying and all that, and we've heard all this stuff years ago.
Long time
It's
ago.
just we were in the side of the industry where you just don't go if you don't want to.
Right.
That's it. We're part of that. Maybe that's why we're not in the game where everybody think we should be. But at the same time,
We
we
didn't sell our souls, yo. That's why
and,
we
and,
not in
and,
the
and,
game.
and I don't even call it selling souls. Like I don't even get it that deep, yo. I just say we just didn't do what other niggas was doing. That's like me saying to my criminal friends, I didn't sell my soul like y'all. That's why
I
y'all
mean,
went
it's
to jail.
true. When you, it's like if you're gonna commit a crime, like, and you could get up to life in jail, you selling your soul because you can either get rich or do life.
Yeah, that's what people call
Same
it. That's
shit.
not, at the same time, it's like that's that person's journey. And all I can
Mm-hmm.
do is tell them to be careful. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like at the end of the day, like if I knew there was a person that, like like I said on the show before, like Puffy was really about to like just give us a little bit of change to be down, to hold us to be on Bad Boy, and at the time we didn't know, we knew Kurt Burrows. We was closer to Kurt Burrows than, of course, we didn't even meet. We met Puffy, and Puffy connected us with Kurt Burrows. And I said Kurt Burrows got mad cool, but we didn't know what that family was going through. You know what I mean? We
Right.
didn't know what that organization was going through. You know what I
Because
mean?
if I don't went to your house and you were like, yeah, I just left Puffy house, and you would have some baby oil in the background, I'm like, yo,
But at the same time, like I don't want to kick dirt on people's name. You wrong,
mm-mm.
you wrong. You do a crime, you do a crime. You was doing some immoral shit, that's on you. You know, we had people who did immoral shit from the neighborhood that we was just like, yo, dude, that's just gonna catch up to you. Be careful, whatever. It's just that we're not yes men, we're not cronies. So
Right.
we
That's what
didn't,
I'm saying. We
you know
didn't
what I mean?
like. We probably could have did extra stuff,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, we not that kind of. We not like that in life.
No,
So
we're not. And we're around people who's like that. We've been around people who did crazy shit to weird shit, and we just like go ahead and do it. Just you be
because
careful.
no matter if we chilling with a millionaire or a billionaire, we like, damn, I want to be there, but we're not
Yeah.
gonna do crazy. I'm not
No. No, I'm not
nothing.
going. No, we're not. We're not easily. We're not easily. As much as we enjoy hanging with them, because I ain't gonna lie. When I went to a regular Puff party, I enjoyed it. You know what I mean?
I didn't go with him, y'all. Just for the record.
Anyway, when I went to regular Puff parties, I enjoyed it, but it was a lot of stuff that went on. Like my cousin Sabrina, big shout out to Sabrina. You know, she was at the basketball tournament where 9 people died. She had to stand on a freaking garbage can and watch people get crushed. You know what I mean? So it's a different type of, what I should say, like, you can get yourself near it. You just don't have to get involved into that person to the point to where it's like you're going to be doing what they're doing. But Puff, man, Puff's story is wild, though. You know what I mean? Puff's story is
super wild, and it brings me down. Like, I be trying to tell you, like, don't get mad at me, world, but everything that's happening has been happening, and it's been accepted in America forever.
Ever.
When I'm talking about old heads messing with young chicks or people drugging chicks, because when the Bill Cosby thing came out more, and he was on everybody talk show talking about Spanish Fly, you know, the real Spanish Fly. We was buying that shit, in the fucking not gas station, but in the bodega.
Yeah,
we never fell through with it, but we was like, let's pour it in this chick.
No, sadly to say that shit was normal. Sadly to say, the shit was. But you know what though, White? What's happening is our culture is unraveling like America. You gotta understand, our culture is unraveling. Just like racism was so common for white people back then, and as they got older, they were like, "Oh shit, we was doing some fucked up. That's immoral what we were doing." And then when they started, their morality started to kick in. And they started saying, "Yo, damn, I was really like being really fucked up back then." Mm-hmm. Then they turn around and see all the people that they love, who pretty much taught them that culture, was doing it even worse. They're not gonna shit on the people. They're gonna just be like, "Yo, we shouldn't have been doing that." You know what I mean? So what's happening is that you got your part that, yo, guys, we can't do that shit anymore. And then you got your part that, like, yo, that's how we got here. And we need to stay focused on.
No, and that being said, it's kind of like raising kids. Like every generation, like our parents did something different. We did something different because we see the mistakes and we correct it.
That's why I'm a big believer in great evolution, man. That's why I believe, that's why me and you have these talks. You know, I'm saying that I am such a, God is doing great work forward, or the universe is doing. We are proven fact that we are in the best times and moving in even better times. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing reverse going on right now. Like even with the Diddy and entertainment situation from Bill Cosby to Diddy. But even with the racism of what the country was found on, it's evolving for us to figure out better shit, not for us to go backwards. That's why I'm not going political, but that's why the political nature is like, yo, we're going to put somebody in office so we won't go backwards.
Right.
Because that person is speaking backward shit. It's like we did, you know, let's make this again. Like, there's no agains. That's like me saying, that's like me going back home to South Jamaica. I'm like, yo, let's make this South Side again, like trying to bring the Supreme Team back. Like no. It's like no.
Here's another thing too. I feel like Puffy, I think he realized when the feds and everybody was on to him when he changed his name to Love.
Oh, because he was trying to move forward, but it was too late. He understood too late that it was about love. Just like Suge is just understanding, like, oh, I wasn't supposed to be doing this by threatening niggas. Even though everybody loved it, even though everybody looked up to me, I wasn't supposed to do it like this. Puffy was just doing the same thing. He was like, oh, my intimidation through partying and my intimidation through my status, I wasn't supposed to be using it like this. Same with Weinstein. Same with SpaceX.
I don't know, man. I think them dudes are still crazy, yo.
No, they all regret it. They all regret it.
Bill Cosby, did Bill Cosby die?
No, man. What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know. Man, I just know you're old. I know you're old.
I mean, and granted, if these dudes' mind is still, if their mind is still in that they did the wrong shit and they're in jail or they just went through, Like that's on them. That's a problem. But again, I don't like I said, I don't want to get political, but he is the main face of I'm not changing. I think what we did back in the day is right.
Right.
Like
Right.
when you got somebody that's unapologetic from the history, that means they're trying to bring that shit in the future. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I feel like you're getting political right now. I don't want to talk politics right now.
But no, I'm coming back out of it. But when you're not apologetic, you're trying to bring that shit into the future.
Right.
That's the bottom line. If it's like, yeah, I cheat on your mom and I cheated on the lady before me. That's how I do. That's just my nature. You should be like it too. You're a man. It's like, no, Dad.
Not evolving. You gotta evolve, yo.
You gotta evolve, yo. Yeah. I got kids believe me, we got kids that get on our nerves about evolving, yo. Like you can't say shit anymore. You can't, you know what I mean? Like
I get checked for saying, I'm like, yo, dude, I can't
everything, bro.
I'm a reckless speaker. My son, like, yo, man, you can't say that. I'm like,
exactly. Like
my bad,
and then we get mad at this, but again, this is why I said we always create a better generation. Our generation, as much as we knocked them, they created us to be better. That's
facts. But think about this, more. We raised them, so we did good.
That's just like our generation before us. They did good. As much as we were like, yo, you was a crackhead and you was doing this, that, and the third. But what you did was teach
they made us not become that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. And now we're going through our next step of evolution with our kids to be like, yeah, grandma said not to do that, but you niggas can't do this. Right. And it's like, but why? Because nigga, we gotta chill with these niggas in the future, and you fucking it up. You know what I mean? You making it worse. Right. And that's why I believe that we're moving in a better direction. Big shout out to my dude who was on here before and we was having that talk. I forgot my guy the last time we was on here. But we was having that talk, and I was just saying, man, like we have a bright future, man. We about to do this.
You so the Breakfast Club did a little interview on no, that's the Durk joint, right?
Yeah, that's the Durk joint. That's the Durk joint. But tell me what you think about that joint I sent you on Puff. Like
that was so far out of all the documents, that was the best one. Like because it dug into like. Even the it wasn't just all negative. It was negative, but it was like, yo, is it because of what he went through in with the liquor, with the that he's going through the stuff? You know, like
yeah. I believe it all went down like that
with the Ciroc. Like when he tried to sue Ciroc for $1 billion people for $1 billion.
Yes, no. Don't forget, Jay-Z did it too and got away with it. Jay-Z got away with $750 million because he sued his liquor company right after Puff.
But Jay ain't out there like
Jay won. Jay won. Jay won his. So what we're seeing with Puff is number one. First thing, before we try to make any accusations against the racist white companies, that doesn't stop the fact that you was doing wild shit. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't stop the fact that you can't be kicking women in the freaking hallways of hotels. You can't be taking young girls back and forth to islands and having sex with them. No.
And you on TV telling everybody you ain't never been to a party, you ain't been to a Diddy party.
Yeah, like, you like the devil. And you made it an influence. You made it an influence before, you know, where everybody wanted to be doing what you're doing, and you influence everybody towards your nature. But at the same time, again, he got caught up in
when I first moved to ATL, I went to a rave. Now it was 98% white, but they was doing drugs and having sex and was doing all kinds of shit. Yeah. So this has been going on everywhere. Now, you know, like come on, man.
There's parties I've been to when I was younger, the African House and all this other stuff in New York, yo. Like when I was younger, bro. But here's the deal. Let me tell you what messed it up, though. I can understand you having some type of like you know, I don't know, nature of doing freaky stuff, you can do that.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit.
You're a
If you
freak.
human, you ain't just gotta go overboard with it, yo.
It's just two things you can't do. You can't immorally do it when someone don't want to do it. You can't immorally force them to do it. That's number one, and that's man or woman.
You can't be on some no means yes shit.
Yeah, that's number one. Number two, this should be no. That's number two. Number one, we've learned do not anything 18 and under. Don't touch. Don't touch. We've learned. But what happens is
we learn everything is wrong. Like I stand by this. When I was in high school, the drug dealer was 27 years old, and they was dating 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds. And that's been going on forever since I've been alive.
I know I got plenty of grown men friends that still look at high school girls. I know that sounds really messed up.
Now that we have now your kids is 19. My son is about to be 17 tomorrow. I can't. That shit is like I would.
It's not because of Jacob, bro. It's because of Jacob's generation tweaking our brains. Like, yo, this shit ain't cool. You know,
actually, it is because after raising him, and he about to be 17, but he's still young.
Right.
He hasn't reached his potential of adulthood yet. So, like, I'm like, you got to give them time. You can't I feel like when you take advantage, you're taking advantage of their innocence.
No, you are. You taking advantage of it. And that's the same with me, with my kids, and having their friends and female friends growing up around me. And like to today, like Jason's 20 and all his female friends that he has or he brings to the house for like parties and stuff like that. I've been around them since they were little. So any girl that even look like them or my daughter, I'm just like, nah, like, like it makes me. But I know some niggas that be like, yo, she's the age now, and you be like, nah, bro. But you know I'm like that anyway, because I got friends that you be, Janae, my wife friends alone. People be like, nigga, I'll be like, no, that should, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying this for the camera either, yo. I fix my brain on anything around my wife as like my sisters. Right. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just work my brain, and White knows she be bringing in some of the
good dude.
She brings in some of the baddest friends, and I'm just like, they're my homies. Like, I can't. And besides the fact that I love my wife, let's not.
It's a difference between crossing that line. Like, that's what I'm saying. Diddy crossed that line. So regardless of whatever, if everything's coming out to light, even that video with him kicking Cassidy and all that, and that just showed everybody like he denied it for so long. But then then we see the footage, and then you go on camera talking about, I'm sorry, I was in a bad. Fuck you being in a bad place. We seen it.
No, you had to. You see, some niggas I'm a hard-headed nigga, but there's some niggas who got to see it themselves. You got to understand when Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Suge Knight, Puffy, you know what I mean? And let's bring it in. The white people too, the Epsteins and the Weinsteins. You don't understand. They don't see themselves when they're making that much, when they have that much power.
What's the name of that video you sent me that we watched about the power and the money?
I forgot.
Damn, well, it changed Diddy. Once he got the power and the money, you kind of believe that you God.
No, and that's why I said, thank God, as young as I was ready to join, ready to get put on, like all my other friends were put on already. I was ready to join that. But who's to say where my brain would have been trained around power? You know what I mean? Now, I know I would probably have been a good dude because I got good, my family comes from a good quarter.
I'd have been bad. I'd have been in jail.
I got two sisters and my brother, God bless, who was alive. And I don't think, and if Maine was alive, he wouldn't have been doing it.
Oh yeah, no, that's
you know what I mean. And if Elliot, definitely back then, he already made sure I wasn't doing that. I had him longer than you had your brother, so he made sure that I wasn't doing nothing.
Here's the problem, Law. Here's the thing. When you get that powerful in money,
it's hard, bro.
People there's not gonna be a yes man. And if you don't have people around you that's not yes man, then you're gonna be a fucked up person.
You got to have a good no man
No,
on
I
your
mean
team, bro.
they can't be all yes man. They gotta they gotta call you on your shit.
You got to have a good no man, like a good no man. Like you got to put your life in his hands. Like while everybody's saying you're the biggest shit ever, we can do this. You got to have that one. Like right now, my no man is Janaea. Like she's just like, you know how many parties I called her from? Like, dude, she was like, yo, I understand, but they don't have the money for you right now. That makes them this type of person. And I used to curse her out like, you don't understand the industry, blah, blah, blah. Then later down the line, I kept bumping into people like, yo, he didn't have my check either. And it's like, oh, shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But there's some people that was like, I don't need a check. And I needed the check. So they end up moving on. But what happens is that power of the person who needed to sign the check just kept growing bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? And they didn't see people like me and you anymore.
Right. You can't. After a while, we used to go to parties and I'd be in a club. We've been Diddy be like, I tell you, a couple feet away.
Yeah.
So we're in a party with Diddy and he's in 3 VIPs away.
Yeah.
Like everything, like, you know, people start getting untouchable.
Right there. Yeah, no,
but they start getting untouchable. Like,
yeah. And then what happened was, don't forget, we come from it started with America, bro. Like you don't understand, our community of black community and black culture is cultivated off the style of America. Like it's the style of America. Like I was saying the other day, don't forget, people was like, yo, you know, I told you one dude asked me, yo, what's the culture of America? And I was like, hustling. We got the country off of hustling. You know what I mean? We
hustling and deboing people.
Think about it, deboing and hustling. So our Suge Knights and Puffies are made, our Donald Trumps, all these niggas, they're made off of America hustle. You understand? The 80s, once the 80s kicked in, that was it, right? Once the 80s said, yo, everybody can make money. Fuck the racism and all that. Yo, it went bananas. You know what I mean? The 70s was cool because the 70s was like, all right, we're going to get along. And in the 80s, we're going to make money. In the 60s, white people trying to keep it to themselves. You know what I mean? But white people was like, yo, we can be in control. We can be in control. Just let them feel like they in control too. But what happened was we was looking up to those white people that was in control of America, and we was mimicking them sensually, sexually, or whatever, and financially and economically. We followed the American steps that you got to be and strong arm everything you get, and when you do it, people are going to look up to you because you did.
I just don't understand how Diddy didn't stop it because I tell you that guy that did. Remember, Girls Going Wild?
Right.
I think he got out of it though somehow. He didn't get locked up.
He went to jail. No, he's still in jail.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've seen the documentary, but I know I can't remember if they locked him up. But I know, he went through it. And I used to be watching TV and then late at night, Girls Going Wild, pulling up. Yo, he did some tripe shit.
Here's the deal: Puffy didn't think he was him. Puffy is looking at the American superstars like Hugh Hefner. That's why he became friends with Hugh Hefner, because he was trying to follow his lead. It's just that what we don't understand is that we couldn't do what they did, even though they gave us the reins to do it. We just can't do it like them, and we can't OD. That's why Weinstein and Epstein, they OD'd. Like they OD'd on their power, and then they OD'd on once you OD on a human, that's when you fucking with God. To me,
I ain't trying to make excuses, but mental health is so real. But you got to look at all our top influences like Puffy, Jay-Z, Kanye West before he went. So now Kanye West got knocked off. Now Puffy got knocked off. Like they taking us away, man.
Don't call it,
and we helping it. We helping it though.
Here's the thing. We gotta stop calling them us. We gotta detach ourselves from these niggas, man, because there's so many good niggas out here that we could be attaching ourselves with. But we only got one nigga. We ride on Denzel's back, and that's it.
Right. Look at Magic Johnson.
Yes. Let's start riding on the backs of niggas who actually buckled down and tried to keep it not only good for us to see on the screen or through music, but how's their real life? Like we tried
Magic
to,
Johnson came out and he had AIDS and he living healthy. He healthier than all of us.
and he shut it down once. And I don't know what these niggas doing behind the scenes, but he shut it down right when that shit scared him. But here's the deal: we only ride the backs of success. That's our problem. We only ride the backs of niggas.
There's very few that come from where we come from. You got to look at Kanye, look at Diddy, look at Jay-Z. They came from where we came from.
Right.
Not they from the slums like us. They grew up in the projects, everything. Right. So we look at them a little different. And then when they become a billionaire, we like, hell yeah. You know,
but you know what we're doing? We're not thinking of our personal morality while we're doing it. We're not saying, we're not saying, yo, look at Puffy. But yo, how is he treating his girl? Everybody's like, that's none of your business. That nigga's a billionaire. Forget that. Forget how he's treating. It's like, well, treating.
Let me ask you a question. So our generation is so different. But back in the days, if you see somebody slap their girl, I'm talking about like in the 90s, 80s, you ain't gonna get involved. Like, that nigga crazy. That nigga crazy as hell. Nowadays, you can't do that.
Oh, no. Back in the days, okay, so I grew up in a generation where you don't step in, but you step over. Which I mean is like, yo, my dude, hold on, chill. Like,
now it depends on who was doing it.
And it depends on who did it. Yeah, it depends on who was doing it. But your heart's supposed to be like, yo, you know what I mean? Because I had friends like that reacted wrong to their girls, and I had to go get these niggas and like pull them away. Right. Where there's some niggas that was cheering it on from the back, like, yo, you saw she called him a bitch. I think he's supposed to have slapped her, and it's like, no. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I always see, and that's another thing. But the way they looking at how Puffy was beating Cassidy up, you should look at like old dudes fucking with young chicks. It's the same shit.
No, that shit was happening. But you gotta understand, that shit was happening since we were kids. Like Puffy, that shit that Puffy did to her, he saw since he was a kid. Like he saw it since he was a kid. So it's embedded. You know what I mean? Like it's embedded.
It happens so often in everybody's household, uncles, dads, family members, fucking boyfriends sleep with the kids, and it's happening forever in America.
Yes, and then he goes to Hollywood, and the weirdo shit starts in Hollywood, and the weirdo shit starts with the people he's looking up to the Weinsteins and all that. So he's looking up to all this. So imagine that your old gangsters showed you how you treat a girl or get young girls, and then you be successful with this power, move the power to the next level where you want to move it, where you're dealing with the white people, and they're like, yo, you think that's wild where you grew up? We're going to show you some of you more weird, wilder shit, because this is how we become billionaires. And all that shit you just think you're supposed to do it.
All right, but look, I'm going to tell you this. I'm sympathetic to people that got drugged, and after that, they had nothing, no clue or had no control over whatever. But the people that, if they thought they got drugged and they kept going back, man, fuck y'all. Y'all trying to get, y'all morally don't give a fuck. Y'all trying to sell y'all souls, and y'all didn't get to sell y'all soul. Y'all just got used and abused, and now y'all want to call rape.
Yeah, but there's there's so many stories in that shit because a lot of them need the money. A lot of them don't. We all
need money, but if I seen the Bill Cosby joint and these old white ladies like, yeah, so I woke up and then the next day I felt pain in her private, but I didn't think nothing of it, so I went to them 3 more times afterwards.
I mean, more than likely it was a money situation. They had to pay their rent.
Oh well, then don't complain about it.
They had to pay their rent. They were just like, oh, I can talk about that too. Hey, to pay my rent, I woke up feeling pain down there too. But shit, I had to pay my rent. And that's the same thing with Puff. Everybody's keeping quiet, like in that shit I sent you. There was, one thing that girl said in the one that you were like, I ain't really checking for her, that she was right at. Like, no, it wasn't. It may have been the other one, but either way, was the whole home people seen him treating Cassie a certain way and turning their eyes the other way and looking at their phone.
The other one. He punched him in the stomach.
Yeah. And everybody was just like, you know what I mean? Those are the niggas that kind of like messed up the whole OG status. You know what I mean? You know,
we wouldn't be around because they wouldn't let us in because I'm not standing watching
I
that.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Like like I said, I got kicked out of California because niggas wouldn't wake up on time, and them niggas was making way more money than me, way more money than me. But no, niggas like stand on business. You know what I mean? And it's
not
like
just standing on business. It's like would you let somebody do that to your mother or your daughter or your sister?
And that's where Puffy and them. That's where all these people we just talked about, from Puffy to Weinstein's to R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. That's the shit that's coming down on them. That's like the shit with Suge too. It's like, you know what came down on him? He ran his homeboy over because
I seen that.
He was big. Yo, real talk. The ill fact is, I told you, I was on the phone with G while that shit happened.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally on the phone. I was like, what's that noise? And he was like, yo, hold on. But let me call you back. And then he called me later. It was like, yo, Suge just blah, 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 blah. Told me the whole story. Like,
I seen the video.
Behind. And it takes shit like that for Suge to fucking pass out in a courtroom because all that shit came down on him.
My nigga old. That's why he passed out, yo.
He's old, but then at the same time, he wasn't trying to learn. And power tries to make you not learn shit, bro.
I don't put Suge on the same level as Puffy and them because I feel like Suge was good for like a mafia standpoint. He ran his business like a game.
Yeah, but still, you can't.
Like it wasn't a business. Like, and what Snoop did, I praise Snoop. He bought Death Row. Now the label's a label. Like Snoop is a real dude.
Bro, no, but what you did, I think honestly, them niggas is really messed up for the women perspective. But here's the deal. Suge messed it up from the nigga perspective. Like, you kept projecting us as we're some mafia type dudes.
That's what I'm saying.
Where you had 100 million to set the light of, yo, this is how we should do it.
Because he got rich from being a street nigga. He didn't get rich from any other business shit.
That's the sad part. He wasn't really. He was just security,
and he didn't want to evolve. He fucking wanted to stay the same and thought that was gonna be him. Like, I ain't trying. Dame Dash is not Suge Knight, and Dame Dash is a very intelligent brother, but he didn't evolve in a certain sense of.
And he's a good example of evolution shaking a nigga up. He is a very good example of.
And he's one of the smartest dudes in the business, but he was too aggressive and he didn't know how to delegate and do shit.
No, he didn't want to evolve a certain way. Same with Suge Knight. He didn't want to evolve a certain way. I think it's equal on evolution terms that Suge Knight and Puffy did. Yes, Puffy probably did more scandalous shit, but Suge Knight, don't forget, there's story of women that's out there that Suge Knight took advantage of.
Oh yeah,
Suge Knight. But we don't look at him too much.
All right, so nobody paid attention. Shout out to Dre. Dre my dude too, but what about the story with that chick that was singing? What's her name? She did a movie too. The singer from Death Row.
Yeah, Michelle A.
So he was beating her up and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There was accusations of him doing the same thing. So that's why I put Suge on that list, because Suge power, aggressive power is just as bad as their freaky power to me. It is.
More, I will say this too. I look at Puffy for what already came out, not allegedly shit. Like the Cassie shit. I know about the freak offs, but everything else, drugging and doing all that other shit, until it come out, I'm not judging him. Until I know it's facts.
Well, we're evidence people. That's why I said we're different from conspiracy people. We're evidence people. Like, that's why everybody's like, I told you so. And I'm like, I told you I needed the evidence. Like, I don't do shit without evidence. I have friends that people be like, yo, I know your boy do this, and I knew them their whole lives, and they never did it. And it's like, just because you see them a certain way, you feel it a certain way, or friends who gained a certain situation. Like, we got family members that gained a certain financial status, and everybody's like, he gained a certain status, because of such and such. I have to. I cannot. I need the evidence.
It's like I believe in you innocent until proven guilty, but America's you guilty until proven innocent.
Yes.
I believe you innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. So, yep. And that's how we have to be. Because don't forget, don't forget we lived in a neighborhood where our killers got mixed up with us. You know what I mean? It's like cops is rolling up on us like, yeah, you was there that night. And it's like, yo, I wasn't. Like, now I gotta go do time because I don't want to snitch, but you getting us like you need the evidence.
And here's another thing, More. If you black, how can you judge Diddy knowing everything that people trying to bring him down? You gotta be looking at that. Like, we guilty before, if we get pulled, this is actual hat. You get pulled over, you guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
So we gotta say, give him not the benefit of the doubt, but just wait till everything comes out and then place your judgment. You know?
Right. No, you're right. You're right. So the whole thing with Diddy, man, is that I hope everything goes well. I hope everything goes well to where it's everything's figured out, but he did too much dirt, bro. He did way too much dirt, man. Like again, this is what I said the other day to somebody, man. They were like, I'm this guy. I'm like, yo, your boy did this. Nah, he didn't. Yo, he did it again. Nah, I'm gonna call that dude. Then it's like, I'll call him and ask him. Then the third time, yo, I heard he did it again. It's like, yo, let me talk to this dude. Yo, dude, third time I'm calling, like, yo, your name is being tossed around. Nah. See, this is what happened was. Okay, let me see if I run with the story. Fourth time, I'm calling nigga like, yo, dude, sit down for a while. Like it's too much. Fourth time, and then that fourth call I give you, and I get a fifth time, I'm out of it.
Oh,
that's what I do. Yeah. I give the 5 strikes. That's it. You can't tell me like, yo,
you ain't even getting 5 strikes from me because I mean I got my own personal family to worry about. So I give you 1 strike, and then I'm not gonna judge you, but if the facts keep coming out, then I'm like, nigga, I ain't fuck with you because the first strike, but I gave you advice. Other than that,
no, the second strike, I'm giving you the advice.
If it keep coming, like, come on, like we at the age where you can't associate with shit. You don't want to be guilty by association. None of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nah, and that's the whole thing, man. Like that's why when the evidence get too heavy, because everybody falls into the evidence on the first strike, and then the second strike. This is why I have 5 strikes, because I really got to find out, like, like the 5th strike, I don't fuck with you anymore because you done did it. You know what I mean? We had situations before where it was like somebody called in about like too many calls in about too many women said something, too many girls said something. One girl say something, let me find out. So second girl said something, it's like, hold on, yo. Third girl's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And then after that, I'm just like, I can't fuck with you.
Well, yeah, it's a circus, right? I told you, I think everybody's trying to clout chase. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had stories with Puff, but it wasn't the way you said it. Like they said it. I told you, I feel like half of the chicks they couldn't make the cut, and they was salty about that.
And that's
they was trying to get people. They was trying to get in the freak off, and they got canceled like Nino with his wife in New Jack City.
No, but that's most of the conspirators. That's most of the people that's in the conspiracy world. We know that personally, is that they didn't get in the door, or they couldn't participate, or they just think it's unreal that that person's status is at a certain status and they must be doing something. Like, they will sit there and create when they can't get in the door. They'll sit there and try to like create a story instead of walking away and creating your own story.
It's the American way. Why not try to piggyback off of this? That's it. You know? That's why
you know, freaking damn near 65% to 70% of the negative narratives of this is the ones that make money, because all they got is the people who never been there before. Right. People don't want to hear the good shit. People don't want to hear that Puffy gave millions to schools and and fed people. Nobody wants to hear that shit. We want to hear the bad shit. Nobody want to hear that. You know what I mean?
They love to see the come up and they love to see the downfall.
The downfall makes more money. The downfall makes more money for people. The come up makes money for the person, but the downfall, that makes money for everybody who's been hating on you. Oh, bring that shit along.
We've been programmed more. We've been from movies. We see from Scarface and then his downfall. From Nino Brown, then his down. That's our lives. Then that's how everything goes, y'all.
Right.
Niggas be so successful, and then when they coming down, then you watch all that shit and support him, and then you like, yeah, fuck that nigga. He like what?
Yep.
No support.
No support, bro. So it is what it is, man. We're
gonna do part 2 later because we already
but let's get into this Durk shit real quick, bro.
So you want me to play the Durk joint, and then we're gonna continue it later because we ain't gonna.
Yeah, we're not gonna go in too far on it because I'll just tell you real quick what like 100 of them said real quick from the podcast.
All right. So you want me to play the Breakfast
Go ahead and play the Breakfast Club shit.
All right, so I'm about to do that real quick. Hold on.
Breaking late yesterday. So first, Little Durk has been arrested and charged with murder for hire. Now, I want to back it up a bit. So previous to Little Durk being arrested, there were 5 other men that were arrested late Thursday evening. And these 5 men were 5 men that are reportedly connected to OTF, which is Little Durk's like, I don't know what we call it. That's his label. That's his group. That's his entourage. That's his crew. So these are OTF members, and they were indicted by the feds in California. Now, these 5 men that were indicted are facing charges of conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire resulting in death, as well as the use of, carry, and discharge of firearms and a machine gun, and furtherance of a
more. So, you know what they talking about right there, right?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna have to elaborate so the people that's not familiar with the story.
Okay. Yeah.
I gotta keep stopping.
Yeah, definitely.
Crime of violence resulting in death. Now, the death that is being referred to here by these 5 men is the cousin of rapper Quando Rondo. Now, if you guys remember, some years back, King Von, who was also like a brother very close to Little Durk, was killed in an incident in Atlanta. He was shot and killed after there was like a fight that broke out. The person and the people involved in that were connected to Quando Rondo, and there's been just this huge back and forth between the two, directly, indirectly, since that happened. So what the feds are alleging is that following all of that, there was a retaliation that was planned allegedly by the OTF members to get back at Quando Rondo to kill him. And they were hired to do so, allegedly, but that went wrong. And instead they killed Quando Rondo's cousin in LA on accident. Now, forwarding it to Little Durk. So when this news broke, of course, everybody is like, wait, so what's going to happen with Durk, right? So then a few hours later, it was confirmed via the Broward County Jail website. And as of 6:55 a.m. today, this is Friday, October 25th, Little Durk is still in custody in the Broward County Jail per their jail online system. We have the online system records here. So
what's the charge?
The charge, he is listed as, he's being charged with murder for hire. He is being held, the description says he's being held for U.S. Marshals. And whenever you are listed as being held for U.S. Marshals as an inmate, that means that, yes, you are being extradited. You are a federal prisoner, but you're just being locked up by a local agency who is working with the feds to ensure that you get to where you need to go. So they're going to, I'm sure, going to take him to California where the other 5 men are being indicted at. At this time, there's no bond amount, of course, because he's being extradited, and there is a mugshot that was released as well too. So,
and it's not the feds, right? We said it's the.
So Broward County Jail is not the feds, but when you are in custody of or being held for U.S. Marshals, that means that you are a federal prisoner. So this is a federal situation that he will be involved in. Now there is no word details on the actual murder for hire charges. A lot of us reporters and just people are kind of piecing things together because his crew members get the murder for hire indictment and then he gets locked up in Florida local agency murder for hire. So we put two and two together. But I'm pretty sure by the time I would say latest 9 a.m., we'll hear more. I have reached out to 2 attorneys that were listed for Durk. I reached out to reps for him yesterday who immediately told me no comment. So I knew something was going down. This was before he even popped up in the jail system. So I was just kind of looking out to see what would happen.
Was he part of one of the 5 initially? Or was it?
No, the 5 are separate from Durk, like altogether. But this is just like you never want to see something like this happening, right? But I think very unfortunate. But also I think the timing is insane because Durk just tweeted not too long ago, maybe a month ago, about everybody getting a second chance at life because his background was completely wiped. He said everybody should get second chances at life. It's about what you do with it. My background wiped clean of all cases. I'm not a felon anymore. Who would have thought? Wow. I want to thank everyone who helped push my vision forward. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And since then, he's actually been doing a lot of community stuff. He recently for his birthday is October, I believe it's October 19th for the 8th.
Coming, bro.
Prayer Visual, a Day of Unity in Chicago, right before his big concert that he normally does. I think it's called like Durk and Friends in Chicago, which was like, there were tons of people there. It was all over the place. So the timing of all this is just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I pray it's not true. I don't have an opinion until get more information. Right. But if it's true, that would be incredible.
For sure. I mean, I don't think anybody can really have an opinion until this is, you know what I mean? We got to see what happens. But as we've seen in like the indictment of Young Thug, these things take time. So it's like now he's going to be there away from his family, his kids, all of that until all of this is sorted out. So we will keep you guys updated. Again, I mentioned that I did reach out to some people on Durk's side, just trying to figure out. Also reach out to, because I was confused about where he was also at. I thought it was going to be in Chicago or California, and I was reaching out there, and he's in Florida. So we'll keep you guys updated and let you know, what else is going to be happening. Because man, never want to see it, but this is what's No, I have a question for you though. If all of this, because I was thinking about this too. When they do these big indictments, they try and connect you any way possible, the smallest to the largest. And they're alleging that they use OTF money to arrange flights and all these different things to acquire weapons to do all of this. If they cannot directly connect Durk and he is let go free, even if Thug is let go free and all the stuff he's looking at in Georgia right now, how does this impact them career wise? Like, because we normally when people throw charges at you and things like this, it sticks, even if you're not proven guilty, right? How does this impact them?
Money.
Or does it?
What you mean? I have no idea. I don't do those type of things. I have no idea what you mean.
I mean, just so what I'm asking is like, okay, for instance, and had nothing to do with murder, but just looking at like and I'm asking specifically black men, right? Just looking at like a Jonathan Majors. Okay. Right? Jonathan Majors.
Oh, for Durk, it won't. I mean, for somebody like Durk, I don't think this will have any effect on him because he's a rapper.
And that, you know what I was thinking about how crazy that is, right?
Rapper. I mean, it's like, rappers make their money off shows,
right? Oh shit! I stopped it.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I stopped it. But not yeah, he's right. It won't affect him because he's still. No. I mean,
it will affect him because he can't do shows.
I mean, he will be able to do shows. He won't be able to do
it affects him. With the question that I would tell her is, it's going to affect him economically.
Oh yeah,
like it's going to affect him.
Be an Eminem. He'll be like a little artist. Like he can't be.
But the problem is that forget even being the status of how small or how big he is as a celebrity, the nigga can't go do shows. Like people understand this shit with Young Thug. It's hurting pockets.
I know they about. All right, so I don't want to go off tangent, but they about to come out with that documentary on Chris Brown, and when he did all that to Rihanna back in the days, everybody was saying he was done.
Right.
He ain't never been done.
No, because again, but if he was locked up for a long time, that shit would hurt his pockets.
Or maybe it happened too early. He got out. Because if it happened nowadays, he might be done.
He was still able to move around. Listen, he was still able to move around and do shows in different countries real quick, in small countries real quick. You know what I mean? A lot of big countries different countries and people around the world didn't want Chris Brown, but he had to do shows, small shows, to make sure he pays his rent and pays for his pays for his stuff economically. What's going to happen is, just like with Young Thug, it's Young Thug made enough money, but it runs the fuck out. That's why Gunna ran. That's why somebody told Gunna, like, yo, check this out. You got this much in the bank. Mm-hmm. You stay in there another year, the shit's gone.
Right.
It's gone. You're going to be at square one. So get out. That's it. Go back and get your checks. And that's what's going to happen with Durk. Durk is that Young Thug status. So what he did with his accountant was like, I'm going to jail. This shit may be forever. How much do you have? Dude, you probably got like $1.5 million. We can probably get at least $5 million with all your assets into your bank. It's like, all right, cool. So I can do like 4 years. You know what I mean? And just let the outside of my family know they won't be getting any more money. That's just going straight to Girly and to take care of me. That's it. That's the problem. The problem is that $5 million where you was making a little extra $5 million around is gone. And it's going down. It's not going up because you can't go out and because this is not the 90s and the early 2000s. You're not making album money anymore. It's done. You don't have sponsors while you're in jail.
When you're in jail, the main thing with rappers, even if you ain't making album money, if you ain't touring or making show money, then there's
you done. You are done. You are done. Done. That's it. So what happens is that now he told his accountant, yo, I only got $1 million in the bank. How much can that stretch out to? Okay, my house. Okay, I have 2 houses. Well, you're going to have to sell one of those. Okay, sell one of those. Okay, how much is that mortgage? Mortgage is going to be $10,000 a month. All right. How long can I keep that house? You can keep the house for 3 years, $10,000 a month, and you'll have enough expenses to pay for your kids and your wife for the next 3 years. So let's get all this shit wrapped up in 3 years because the next step is you're going to have to sell that house and reduce your salary. It's simple math. It's simple, normal how we all live. You know what I mean? You work for a company to where if you lose your part, if you go to jail, it's going to hurt your economic situation.
I'm done.
That's it. It's just that's why people, to us, it looks like it's bigger than what it is, but that's why when people make bigger money, that's why they.
Well, no, the more you make, the more you spend. So
the more you spend, the more you can make protection for it, like bankruptcies and shit like that.
If they don't, it depends on how you manage your money too. So rather if you're rich or not, you can have a lot of money and not be rich if you manage your money right. If you're rich, you can have a lot of money too. But if you manage your money like check to check because you got $1 million, or $2 million house, a $500,000 car, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. It adds up to you got to keep working to keep paying your bills.
Yep. And well, it's that's all it is. That's when she was asking that question. No, it's not going to hurt him when he come out. He's going to have a better career than Gunna. Gunna came back out and still had a career. You know what I mean? And he was looked at as a snitch. And 6ix9ine had a terrible career. 6ix9ine career was
Gunna is a snitch though.
Huh?
Gunna was snitch.
Yes, but he had a better career than what everybody thought he would have. So
nigga came out still making hits, more
because he had to go make more money. but he wasn't as bad as 6ix9ine, where they don't want to play him no more.
No, 6ix9ine is still getting money, but he's doing it on his Spanish side, and
he has to go to a different country. He has to go to a different country to go make the money.
Yeah, he ain't doing it.
He's not as making what he was making before because he was making a lot more money when he was a lot more relevant. Right, but he's not. But to get to the stupidness of this whole Durk situation, like, okay, so I was watching, and I wish I should have put the link in the description. But go to Whack 100 podcast. This is a good one. He got Ack on it, and he got a couple of other people. He got like this dude named 600 on there, and this other dude named Loose on there. And so
all right, so more. Let's do it.
As OG.
Let's do a part 2, and then I'll bring up that and everything. We'll break that down because we ain't really. I want to watch get more info myself so I can really.
Oh, you want to watch
on
it
this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, watch that and let's do a part 2, man. As soon as
Let's
possible.
Well, if you're not busy later, yo, we'll see how everything's going, yo.
Yeah, let's see how busy on. But the Durk shit, bro, we're gonna be shaking our heads just like this after you see that shit, bro.
Right. Let me watch
and then I don't know if you're familiar with Brick Baby. The dude, the Crip that's been on like Adam 22 and all that. He's a loud Crip. Like he had beef with like China Mac and all that other stuff. Like he's a loud Crip.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, with the tattoos on.
Yes, all everywhere. Yeah.
Yo, wait till you hear how they talk about that. This nigga's a goofy, yo. Like, wait till you.
I already knew.
Wait till you hear that. Then you gonna see what's going on, man. But yeah. All right, let's go ahead and clock out, yo.
Let's wrap up and then
let's get part 2 later.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta look for the joint. But yeah, I gotta watch that so we can talk. I gotta dig deeper. I
don't watch podcasts as long podcasts like that. I don't even watch hours like that.
Whack 100 is insane.
But this one, and then I definitely don't watch Whack 100. No disrespect to Whack 100, but it was a great informative podcast, bro, and it was really breaking it down as OGs, man. Like,
all right, so bet I'm gonna check that out. We're gonna definitely get back on it. So I'm about to hit the button. Yo, this is White Burrow. I'm out.
Yo, this is Mario Big King from Queens, and we are Burrow Bread. Until next time. I talk about the